Story begins with a young woman standing in front of the statue of God. Her eyes was filled with regret, sadness and pain of the present life. She want another chance from the God. She promised that if she get another opportunity, she will not repeat the same mistake again. She will change herself, make better decisions and live life differently. But after giving a second chance by God, she is reborn in the same life. Now she is frustrated, confused, and anger. She started shouting, throwing things in her room, unable to accept this unexpected second chance. She has begged for another life, but when she finally received it, she found difficult to accept. However, after some time, slowly trying to accept that a chance to fix everything that went wrong before, a chance to change her faith. After accepting a new reality, she remembered the most important person in her previous life, her husband. She decided that before changing anything else, she need to meet him because this time she does not want any repeat the same mistake that destroyed their relationship. She quickly goes to find her husband, but he was recently out for the war. He was a powerful nobleman and respectful military commander. After spending a year on the battlefield, he finally came back to the castle. When she reached his room, she see him changing the clothes after returning from war. She hesitated, but she have to discuss very important thing about the next master of the house. Now she is 19-year-old and according to tradition of the world, she is old enough to give birth. She believed that having child strengthen their relationship and secure the future. So she gathered her courage, but he instantly refused. He tell her he does not want to suffer her about pregnancy. For him, her health and safety is more important than producing the master. He does not want her to risk her life. But she misunderstood. She think that her husband ignore her feeling. She feel hurt because she believed that he does not care about building a family with her. A small disappointment began to grow inside her heart. She cannot understand why her husband refused something that she think is necessary. Later, her husband leave for duty. After some time, he returned to the castle wearing the formal military coat. While walking back toward her room, she suddenly heard the conversation between maid. One maid is talking badly about her. She insult her and call her cold wife. She say that Duchess only think about herself and she is nothing more than a selfish woman. Hearing those words, the Duchess lose control of her emotion. In her previous life, she had ignored what other thought about her. But now she is decided she will not allow anyone to disrespect her. She walked toward the maid and slapped her. The maid is shocked because she never expected Duchess to react like this. A Duchess then punished her to disrespect her. After everything, the husband returned from the work. He noticed everything there was happening, but he was scared about her wife that her hand will be injured. In that punishment, she asked to go to her room and rest there, but she then misunderstood everything. She started believing that perhaps her husband cared another woman. She think that maybe there is someone else in his life. Without waiting for explanation, she angrily leaves the hall and go to her room. She feels disappointed and hurt. That night she fell asleep with many thoughts running in her mind. After some time, one maid came, entered in her room, noticed the Duchess' hand injury. Without saying anything, she perhaps warm water and gently treat her hand. This act of kindness surprised the Duchess. She began realizing that not everyone around her is against her. Next morning, she decided that she cannot depend only on her possession of Duchess. In her previous life, she made many mistakes because she never tried to understand people or build something in her own. This time, she wanted to create her own path. She decided to start a business, but she knew that it cannot be done anything alone. She need talented people who can help her create something successfully. With the help of her butler, she began searching talented people nearby the village. But when her husband learned about her plan, he was surprised. Suddenly, he was changed and he supported her wife. However, he insists that someone have to protect her wife in a soldier team. He ordered one soldier to accomplish her. Now the soldier have decided who take this responsibility. But surprisingly, nobody want to volunteer. The simple reason, everyone in a castle know about the Duchess' old reputation. They believe that she is arrogant, difficult and cruel. They are afraid to serve her. But then One soldier stepped forward. His name was Gasper. Unlike other, Gasper does not hesitate. He volunteered it because her personal guard. And with the Gasper her side, Duchess began her search of talented people. For this moment, her new life truly begins. Her husband watching everything from the castle window. He see how determined she is. He see that she is no longer the same person he knew before. For the first time, he noticed her efforts and courage. Instead of stopping her, he decided to encourage her. He approached her and gave her motivation. He wanted her to know that he believes in her ability. As the Duchess traveled through the village, she discovered that people were have completely wrong perspective about her. In the village, whisper about her. They say she is rude, cruel because of her incidents when she punished the maid. They also made comment about her appearance because she was wearing large puffy clothes. People assume that she is unhealthy and unattractive, but they also comment about many things, but they don't know the truth behind that she wear the oversized cloth. There is a beautiful and elegant young woman. She is graceful, confident, and completely different from the humor. During her search, she found a woman working with a fabric and thread. She ordered a woman to come and meet her tomorrow with her impressive skills. Another, she found a boy who make a beautiful candle, an extraordinary, unique artist. And then she also said that meet me next day. Next morning, the two talented people whom Duchess have discovered in the village arrive at the castle. They are nervous because they are never been invited such prestigious place before. From the ordinary village, enter into the residence of the noble family's huge opportunity. Fighting from the experience, they would never know about such things. When they finally stand in front about her, the Dutch did not threat her like a common people. Instead, she welcomed them politely. They were surprised. And now she discussed about the plan, a business she want to start with them. It was not easy. They have signed the contract, they have a business idea, they have a partner, and there are many things in the business. For the long time, the Duchess feel that she's created something meaningful. In her previous life, she was trapped into her mistake. She is only focused on her emotion and failed to understand the people around her. But this time, she is trying to build a relationship. However, not everyone castle is happy about her change. Many servants still remember the old Duchess. They believe she is only prevented the kind. They do not believe that she is truly changed. Some servants think she is doing this new business to increase her wealth and decrease the wealth of Dutch. Because of those humors, the Duchess' personal maid was facing very difficulty. The other servants treat her badly because they think she support her. They believe that Duchess does not care about ordinary people. And many more things. She treated her with respect. She provided them proper food and comfortable environment. She does not see them as a servant or tool. She treat them equally. And afterwards, at night, she had a dream of her husband that he is having some conversation, sitting and explaining each other. I think now their distance were likely to gone. A bit, but a small step toward him can make. She wanted to learn a horse riding, so her husband brought her to the empty garden where she could practice peacefully. At first, learning to ride horse was not easy for her. She struggled a lot because of her little stamina, but she was determined to learn. The reason behind her desire was not to ride a horse. She wanted to travel from village to village for helping people and manage her business work. Later, two people arrived and called her by her name. They wanted to show her their work related to business. However, they didn't recognize the man standing behind her. They have no idea that he is actually the master. Seeing him, they become nervous and hesitate. But soon everything was cleared. They continued discussing their work. Meanwhile, somewhere else, her father and brother were talking about her. They were not meeting their daughter for almost 10 years. They wondered how she was doing and whether she is living well. They missed her and wanted to know about her life. But they have no idea she was building her new life for herself, learning horse riding, working hard and trying to become stronger. Although the training was exhausted because of her weak stamina and she refused to give up. And with all her husband's support, she continued to moving forward. Later they have to travel to capital city, so both husband and wife starting preparing for the journey. While they were packing their belongings, she noticed something strange about her husband. He had not bought any clothes for himself for a long time. The clothes he wore was was very old, rotten out, and even tore from some places. Seeing this, she became shocked and started complaining. She asked, "We are really that poor we can't afford a proper clothes for the master of the house?" But instead of feeling embarrassed, her husband found situation very funny. So he start laughing, and from the window he can see all that thing her wife was doing. Staring her wife and smiling is now its hobby. And then her wife suddenly saw her and their eyes met. His expression suddenly changed. For the moment, he couldn't hide his feeling and playfully smiled despair. And now he became unable to control his emotion. Next day, they have to leave for the capital city. So they packed all their essential belongings, clothes, and other items into the carriage. After everything was prepared, they opened the main gate of the estate and set to the final journey toward the capital city with all their luggage. When the journey begins, her wife health started getting worse. So they stopped for a place to rest. And then some soldiers started talking to her and kept surrounding her, following her like a loyal dog, staring close to their master. Later, he took her wife to the waterfall, starting taking her. And during their conversation, his wife revealed that she was missed her father and brother very much. She remembered how she and her brother used to fight a lot, but her father always supported and protected her. She talked about them. She became emotional and started crying. She mentioned the cake incidents where her brother wanted chocolate cake, but she got that cake. She said after a long 10 years she was finally going to meet them again, but she don't know how they will react, how they would treat her, or whether things would be still same between them. Finally they were arrived to the capital city. As soon they entered, everyone welcomed them warmly. The people were excited and happy because they were coming from the very long distance. Many men are coming to welcome them. After arriving, they first came to meet the king of the entire kingdom, and with the majesty, her eldest son was also standing behind him. They greeted them and each other respectfully and exchanged their greet. After the returning to their residence to rest, because they are exhausted from the long journey. When they arrived home, he noticed that his wife sitting quietly, seeing her nervous, and he tried to comfort her and said, "Don't be afraid, your parents will be fine and very happy to see you. We will go and see them. I have already sent the letter informing them that we are coming tomorrow." After that, he told her to sleep, and next day they have to meet their family properly. Meanwhile, when the letter was arrived to the family, they were extremely happy. Her younger brother was especially excited because he is finally going to meet her sister after 10 years. The bond between brother and sister was especially very special. He has been waiting for this moment. Later, the servant informed them that somebody came to meet them. There, the villain entry. The villain came to meet her father because the villain wanted her from the very long period of time, but her father married her for her protection, the second most person in the kingdom, and he is the second son of the kingdom. Late night, Aaron's wife suddenly became very sick. Seeing her condition, Aaron asked her to rest because they have to meet their family next day, and she need to better before the emotional meeting. Next day, they finally meet to their family, and she became very overwhelmed and emotional after seeing their father brother again after 10 years. However, when they ignored her at the first and focused meeting her husband, she felt very hurt and angry. She couldn't control her emotion and start crying. In the emotional moment, she said many things expressing her pain and frustrations. She shouted at them and saying how much action had hurt her. Hearing her words, her father also became very emotional and crying. Finally, after 10 years, the family reunion was become very tearful, regret and loveful. Meanwhile, around three soldiers were standing nearby and listening everything. They were happening. They made a deep conversation. After seeing emotional, Aaron felt that it should be better to leave them alone for some time, but suddenly her wife come and hugged her and saying, "It is thank you for your support and everything you did for me." Later they are in the carriage, they are discussing what they are talking about the lunch, about the second prince and their trouble. The prince is very dangerous and he have to monitor his wife that the prince don't harm him. During the lunch, the conversation was going on and they were discussing in the garage. But after for a while, her wife became more sick and they need a rest. So they stop Courage nearby the well and go for take her wife to a fresh air while Gasper brings them candies and he shared it with the maid he liked from a very long time. Near the well, they meet second prince, but he was not alone. That time the twist began. He was with the Aaron's big brother. The big brother hate Aaron's very much and taken all the properties from the Aaron and get out him from his house because of the hatred towards him. But Aaron, after seeing them, feel very discomfort and anger. So his wife is there to support him. But Aaron don't want to make trouble for his wife, so he taken into her arm and said, "My wife is not well. I need to take her away from here." After saying that, he left from the place. That night, Aaron left her wife and to rest and go to discuss about second prince with his soldier, what to do with him. They have a long conversation about getting the situation before finally end the conversation. And they discuss they have to ignore him for a while and then they left to their places. Next day, Aaron's wife health was not very good because of many things happened therefore in the days. Later, his wife had an invitation for the tea party. However, when she arrived, she immediately started feeling discomfort. The atmosphere and the way women look at her was very uneasy. Many women was making her uneasy because of that maid incidents happened in the castle, and that what remained very uncomfortable. Because of this, Valencia decided to leave tea party and hold a gathering nearby, sitting with her soldier and personal page. During their tea party, one of the soldiers suddenly realized that the maid who was standing there was her only previous maid working there. And then they recognized after coming from that party, her husband was stitching a cloth for himself, and that after seeing that he was becoming very happy. And then her soldier informed Aaron what happened to all the party time. After some time of discussion, curious, he asked soldier where those clothes came from. The soldier happily explained that the clothes were given by him by Aaron's wife. Hearing that, Aaron immediately became very jealous and he went to the soldier and immediately demanded to return that clothes. But he is not going to return. And Aaron was very jealous that her wife and that soldier is very close. Now, in the second part of the manga, there was a competition going through annually in the kingdom, and every person have to participate in that kingdom, and after you win that, you will get a symbol of victory as a gold rose. A winning person can give that rose to their wife, their lover and all. But after hearing that, Aaron's wife Veronica became very possessive and said it is very dangerous, you can't participate, but it is very important for everyone. Next morning, the competition were there and Veronica came to motivate her husband Aaron. After seeing him, he was looking very handsome, but she cannot express because she is angry because of that competition. She gave her a lucky hanky and said, "You have to win, you have to come back to me." And Aaron promised him, "I will come back to him." Later, the competition began. And Veronica's little brother also participating there. After seeing him, he get more nervous because she thinks that her brother will not be going to win. But her brother played well and win. And the rose her brother he gave to the Veronica. Her brother was very happy after giving that rose to her sister because after meeting 10 years, he wanted to give her something very precious to her. And that's what happened. After then, many soldiers had their competition and gave their roses to their lover. After some time, the soldier number came to her family, and now it is a very crucial moment for her that she wishes everyone can win and come back safely with her. Now is the chance of Aaron's one of the subordinate, and he also went and gave the flower to her master, and she was very happy that time. Then one of the female soldier also went and gave the rose to the master, and then the moment came when Gasper going to give her rose to his love, a personal maid of master who loves by Gasper was going to take the rose and their love affair started. Now, the main movement arrived when her husband going to get into the game and he is very strong. But she is very nervous because in her previous life her husband didn't make it and lose his life in this game. But this time she praying for her and wished to her. And then even the rose was with her beloved wife.